Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of DCA Takedown. This is the 195th episode. We are closing in on DCA Redemption, and we are closing in on the 200th episode of Takedown, which is set to be an awesome show, and we will have more information about that show coming up very soon. But tonight, however, we have some great action on tap for you. Tonight, Tommy Vercetti will have one more opportunity to qualify for the Burnout Championship as he takes on Mikey Truth. The winner will face Lupon III at Redemption, but if Tommy Vercetti wins, it will be his last opportunity at the Burnout title for the rest of the season. Not just if Lupon loses the belt, I mean the rest of the season. Also tonight in our main event, Varl Greythorn will face Claudio Dragonheart. Two big, beefy men slapping meat tonight. You talk about a meat spectacular. We're going to have it at the main event. And we are scheduled to hear from the DCA World Heavyweight Champion himself, Zach Stone, later in this broadcast. So stay tuned, folks, because the world champ will be here in the building tonight to respond to Tyler Parks from last episode. But tonight, right now, we are kicking it off with the natural Jamal Kincade, who made his DCA debut a few episodes back in impressive fashion, and he has yet to lose in DCA so far. He won his debut match. This is his second match now on Takedown, I'm pretty sure. Yes, his second match. But nonetheless, he's an impressive athlete. He's got a great look. As you obviously see, he's very proud of that good look of his. And he's looking for his second victory here in DCA. Got a lot of new, fresh faces coming into DCA in these last few weeks. I mean, over on Wildcats is a good example of that, where we've seen Andy Jaden and Eve Heron both show up. Two women who I never thought would ever be in DCA before. But speaking of a newcomer, here's another one here in Aris Williams, who has really tried his best to find his place on Takedown. And no, I'm not just talking about the poundings through friendship or the friendship through poundings. Either which way it goes, depending on the time of the day and the time of the day you're in. And the time of the time, pretty much. Anyway, enough about poundings. Let's talk about Aris for a moment, because this man has shown tons of heart. He hasn't won a match here in DCA just yet, but he's gotten closer and closer with each passing episode that he competes in, and nobody will question the heart of this man. No one will question this man's ability in the ring. It's only a matter of time before he gets that first victory, and it might be tonight. Oh, well, never mind. I was gonna say it might be tonight, but Jamal is gonna make sure that he does not get that victory easily. And speaking of Jamals, we're going to see the other Jamal on the roster, Jamal Bedlam, return the takedown action for the first time in a little while. Cover here by Aris, only a 1 count. He's going to be taking on Scott Sapp here tonight. Jamal wanted to test himself against a pure wrestler, because if you haven't heard, Kiyoshi Saiba will be defending the Pure Championship at Redemption against Jamal Bedlam after Jamal challenged him for that title. And Kiyoshi has held that championship pretty much all year. And now Jamal into the steps. This one, not the other one. Anyway, Jamal Bedlam challenged Kiyoshi for a Pure Championship match. Kiyoshi obviously accepted on the last episode of Takedown. Is now, look at this, Kincade now with a vertical suplex to the floor on the Aris. So Jamal is going to be in action. The other one is going to be in action here tonight. Man, it's going to be, I just got to say, it's going to be weird if both Jamals end up in the ring together one day. That's going to be a weird match. Oh, and Jamal and Kincade with a suicide dive to the back of Aris's head, but Aris quickly able to recover and sends him sternum first into the steel steps for a second time. Working on the midsection of Kincade, obviously, and now slamming his back into the steel barricade. Like I said last week, those steel barricades, just nothing but a sheet underneath there. It's not much padding, if any at all, underneath there. So Aris obviously knows that, obviously is aware of that, and tried to and that was a mistake. Went for a barrel roll, and he got nothing but the mat. But Jamal being smart, not immediately going after him. Maybe not. That wasn't too smart, just taunting the fans. And now belly-to-belly suplex by Kincade, and now again taunting Aris, saying you're not in my league, but obviously Aris is showing otherwise. He's showing that he's not just in Jamal's league, he can be in anyone else's league as well. DCA Redemption obviously shaping up to be a very big show. As you've probably seen on social media, a number of matches have already been announced for that episode, or that show rather, not an episode. But a lot of things have been announced for that card. We're going to have Jeremy Paisley defending the Celestial Championship against the #1 contender, Charles Schultz, at Jeremy's request, might I add. We're going to have Kiyoshi Saiba defend the Pure Championship against Jamal Bedlam, as now Kincade with a clothesline to the floor. Jaden Starr will finally have to face the music against Tomas Ramirez inside of a steel cage. Lupon III will be defending the Burnout title against either Tommy Vercetti or Mikey Truth. As now Aris with a DDT on the floor. And if you missed the last episode of Wildcats, this match is now official. Ovana Morgan will defend the Wildcats title against Destiny Williams at Redemption. That was made on the last episode of Wildcats. Nova Kane defends the Rising Star title against Heather Ray, who won her contenders match at Chaotix. Malik Brown and Eric DeVille is official. That's a first time ever contest. Trixie Decker and Vanessa Price for the Goddess Championship. As now Aris running back in, and now he runs into a DDT. And this is a big one. Eve Heron and Aubrey Williams. You talk about a violent spectacle. You're going to see it with those two women at Redemption. And then obviously the main event, Zach Stone, Tyler Parks for the world title. It is a stacked night. Also, Reiko Hinamoto and Sakura Hagiwara is also official. That is a stacked 2 nights of Redemption coming up in a few weeks here on the DCA YouTube channel. So if you have not subscribed yet, please do, and please like the video and hit the bell for notifications, because YouTube doesn't like to send notifications because they're, you know, sometimes a little finicky with that. Anyway, fish dropping an elbow by Jamal, busting Aris open, and Aris didn't like that too much. There's the blue twist. I don't know why the hell he calls it that, but it doesn't get it. Wow. I think his hand was under, his foot was underneath the bottom rope there, and that was and he was capitalized on that with lariat, but only got a 1 count out of it. And another one. And now Jamal just gonna punish Aris here. There's another fist drop to that open wound on Aris's forehead, and a drop kick does not connect. Aris got out of the way. Jamal got out of the way of his drop kick. And he finally nails his. And Aris rolling to the floor. Got 12 matches, over 2 nights of Redemption. It's always the biggest night, one of the biggest nights on the calendar, the midway point of the season. As Jamal just continuing to drive his knees into the skull of Aris. Oh no, and look at this. Jamal now showing off that power and strength here, squatting with him now in this delayed vertical suplex on the floor. So yeah, Redemption is looking to be a very, very violent night. Obviously, if you know the history of Redemption, you know that show has no disqualifications or countouts in any of the matches. So there's no champion's advantage for the champions. If they lose their titles, that's that. And obviously with no rematch clauses in DCA, that also doesn't help. As Aris now springboard, went for the elbow, and Jamal got out of the way. Jamal gets his elbow though. Might have looked a little sloppy, but that might have been by design, as now Jamal's got him up. And hits him with a right between the eyes, and he said, yeah, I nailed that home run. Oh no. And now Jamal's looking to finish him. He's looking to finish him off here. Here we go. The headlock driver. Stood him up right on the top of his head. And Jamal just casually getting into the pin. And Aris kicked out, and Jamal cannot believe it. Oh no. So he's gonna. Oh, wait a minute. Look at this. He's got him up. Oh! Right over the knee of Aris. Of Jamal, excuse me. That's it. Jamal Kincade showing that he is a big-time player on Takedown. Aris showing his heart. Kicking out of, look at this. We thought this was it. Stood him up right on the top of the noggin. And we thought Aris was done, but like I said before, Aris has shown heart, he's shown resilience, and 9 times out of 10, anyone else would have been down for the count for that, but not Aris Williams. But then Jamal decided he's going to put the exclamation mark on him, smashed him right over his knee, and that was all she wrote. Jamal Kincade, once again, 2-0 on Takedown. And this man may be in prime contendership for a title, perhaps maybe even the Burnout title, the Celestial title, after Redemption is all said and done. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with more DCA Takedown. We just had an exciting matchup between Aris Williams and Jamal Kincade. Like I said, Jamal maybe closing in on a title opportunity if he keeps it with his impressive winning streak as he has done over these last 2 outings here on Takedown. But later on tonight, like I've said, we're going to have Varl Greythorn and Claudio Dragonheart in a big beef match for the ages. And we will hear from the DCA World Champion Zach Stone. But right now, we're about to determine who will get the opportunity to face Lupon III at Redemption for the Burnout Championship. And here is a true legend of this industry in Mikey Truth. Mikey Truth, a guy who has seen it all, who has done it all, and who's still going strong to this day. A man who a lot of people have so much respect for in this business. With SPW 2K, CCL here in DCA, UWL, you name it, he's been there. Other places that I can't even think of. He's been everywhere. And he's killing it with the Dynasty right now as well. If you know, you know. And I always say this, it may be, some people may think this is pretentious or whatever kind of word you want to use, but I'll always be thankful for Mikey for allowing us to have him here on Takedown and for all he's done in the business. But tonight he's facing a very motivated man. And no, I'm not just talking about the drugs in the system he probably got in before the show. I'm talking about this man right here, the Vice City psychopath, Tommy Vercetti, who, let's be real, this is his last shot. Tommy Vercetti, whether he wins or loses, it's still his last shot, period. Space Ghost is tired of Tommy shacking up in his office, begging for a Burnout title match because he firmly believes that that belt is his property. And Tommy, he's got this only shot here. Let me remind you how this is going to work, folks. Tommy Vercetti is facing Mikey Truth right now. The winner will face Lupon for the Burnout title at Redemption. If Mikey wins, great. Mikey Truth, Lupon III. Great match. It's going to be a hell of a match regardless. Now, look at that. Tommy Vercetti not even wasting any time, going right after Mikey Truth. That's why I told you he's determined here. But here's the caveat for Tommy. If Tommy loses this match, that is it. He has no more opportunities for the rest of the season. If he wins this match, that stipulation still applies at Redemption. If he loses against Lupon, he's done in the Burnout title picture for the rest of the season. He cannot challenge again whether Lupon's the champion, whether somebody else is the champion. He's done. So Tommy Vercetti has to win here. He's got to win both here and at Redemption to get the Burnout title. Otherwise, he's going to have to find something else to do. He's going to have to find another championship to go after. And if you ask a lot of people, they'll tell you maybe it is time for Tommy to move on. He should have moved on a long time ago from the Burnout title after he lost it to Lupon at Revelations earlier this year. But for the last 8 months, this man has been obsessed with getting that belt back. Hell, can you imagine what he's planning to do to get another opportunity out of here tonight? Let me look at the timeline of events. In April, at Redemption, at Revelations, excuse me, he lost the Burnout title to Lupon III in that Vice City street fight. It's the middle of November now. That's how long he has demanded a title opportunity. And now Space Ghost, after all this time, I'm surprised he even lasted as long as he did with this, is now saying, I'm done with Tommy Vercetti. You lose tonight, you don't have another shot the rest of the season. You win tonight, great. You get the title match at Redemption. But if you lose that, you get no more shots the rest of the season. He's done. he, like a lot of other people in the locker room, want Tommy to move on. There's other opportunities for other talent. Like I said, Jamal Kincade, he could get a title shot. Mikey Truth, he loses tonight, he's going to dust himself off, he's going to get back up, and he may get another opportunity. You got so many new talents coming in DCA that even I can't speak of yet that are willing and hungry to get a shot at the Burnout title. And Tommy Vercetti is saying, I'm better than all of them. Yet he hasn't faced the majority of those men. And he's saying, I deserve it more than them, even though he's lost more than he's won. So Space Ghost is saying, that's it. It's over tonight. You lose, you're done. You win, then you lose, you're done. As Mikey now has got Tommy on the ropes. He's got him on the outside of the ring. Mikey now with a bionic elbow, excuse me. How dare I disrespect the name of Dusty Rhodes with that horrible call right there. I apologize. That was a bionic elbow from the top. As now Tommy gets out of that scoop slam and now into a tilt-a-whirl DDT. And Tommy, you could tell Tommy Vercetti is motivated. You could tell Tommy Vercetti wants nothing more than to win this match and earn an opportunity once again at the Burnout title. As now he's just twisting on the neck of Mikey Truth, trying to wear him out, trying to wear him down. But again, you got to think, it's going to be interesting to find out. It's going to be interesting to see if he does end up winning. If he does end up winning this match, Tommy does. What will he be willing to do? What will he be willing to do in order to get that title back? Especially considering that this is going to be a match with no rules, a match with no restrictions, like everything at Redemption. As Mikey now springboard uppercut by Mikey, and that may have knocked Tommy out into the cover. Only a 1 count though. Tommy Vercetti again. Uh-oh, wait a minute, Mikey. This could be it. Backbreaker. But Tommy's hand was underneath the bottom rope. And now look at this. Going after the legs of Vercetti here. And now, wow. That's just the athleticism on display from Mikey Truth. And now Mikey just wearing Tommy out. I don't think Tommy knew what hit him here, but obviously he's going to have to go through this kind of abuse if he's going to get another shot at the title. And for Mikey, this is just another week. This is just another match. For Tommy, it's everything. For Tommy, this is his last shot. As now you see he's got a triangle submission locked in onto Vercetti here. And Vercetti's got nowhere to go. He's in the middle of the ring, and he could tap here and lose his opportunity, but he slips his way free. As now again, Mikey now going after the arm of Vercetti. But Vercetti's still able to kick out of it. Still able to fight. I don't know if it's the drugs in his system or the adrenaline in his veins. If it is adrenaline in his veins. Anyway, drop kick to the back of the head. The back of the head, the back, either way it goes. And Tommy now, somehow, some way, is still fighting here. Tommy getting him up, going for a scoop slam. No, Mikey again countering, this time with a reverse DDT. And now Mikey again just slowing the pace down. And now Tommy up, kick to the leg. That might be smart. And just sends him out to the floor. And Tommy, again, he can't win. Well, I mean, he can win on the outside. He can get a count out. But look at this. Drops Mikey face first on the apron. And now sends him back inside the ring. Vercetti on the hunt now. Up and for a stomp. Mikey out of the way. Mikey again. Look at this. Michinoku driver. That's something you don't see from Tommy Vercetti very much. His wrestling maneuvers. He's more of a ground and pound kind of guy. But hey, when you're trying to get a title opportunity, anything you can do. Again, that backstabber by Mikey. And this could be it. Mikey Truth could be going to Redemption. 1, 2, no. Again, Tommy Vercetti showing his resiliency. Either that or just showing how coked up he is, trying to get an opportunity at this title that he thinks is his. Powerbomb into the DCA special. And Monahan was so shocked at that he had to take a few steps back. He hasn't seen that in so long, his old ass. Anyway, I apologize, folks. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I got a match to call, excuse me. Tommy rolling out of the ring after that DCA special. I don't think his back could take it. Mikey now going for it. Oh, went for it. I think a Dragon Rana of some sort, but Tommy was able to just get out of the way of it. The Spanish announce team down there at the floor there, unsure of what to do as Mikey just split Tommy open by sending him into the apron. And now Tommy's sending Mikey back inside the ring. What a match we've been seeing here, folks. This is probably one of the best matches Tommy Vercetti's ever had. But I think it's because he understands the stakes here. He understands what's on the line. Uh-oh. There's that wrist lock lariat. And Tommy, I think he's starting to realize, man, this is a lot tougher than I thought it would be. But that lariat might have done it. 1, 2. No! 2 3/4. He almost had him. But he might have him here. This might be it right now. Here we go. Vice City Crusher. The Vice City Crusher. The leg is hooked and it is over. Tommy Vercetti is going to Redemption. He's gotten over that first hurdle. He's got one more hurdle now, and that is loop on the third. And if he doesn't get it, then his Burnout title opportunities they're all done. It's going to be very, very interesting to see what Tommy's going to be willing to do. But let's give it up for Mikey Truth, though. He gave it everything he had in this match. He took Tommy to the absolute limit. He took Tommy to limits that I don't even think Tommy himself knew he had. But after that Vice City Crusher, that was all she wrote. And now we're going to find out what Tommy is really made of. DCA Redemption. Tommy's last shot at the Burnout title. His last opportunity to win back what he feels is his. We'll see at Redemption.
Why leave anything on your front lawn, under your porch, on the side of the highway where you can store all that stuff my way, down here at Jones Big Ass Truck Rental and Car Storage? I don't think y'all understand me when I tell you I stole anything. What's in this box? I don't know. It's not my business. Briefcase full of fake money. Not my business. This fan used to oscillate. It don't oscillate no more. Oscillated, all gone, right here at Jones Big Ass Warehouse and Storage Facility Truck Rental. Your mother-in-law kind of skinny. I can fold her up, put her on my back on a bicycle, and bring her down on this motorcycle. Come on down here and bring all you got that you don't want. PVC valve, bees, please, CDs from your failed speed metal band. Somebody left a cone. You knew damn well when you dropped that CD, nobody gonna want to buy it. And put it right here in this here building for the low price of $10.99 a month. You can't beat that. Hell, you can't feed a kid in Africa for that. You can't stop me. I can only be contained. Nobody can slow me down. Storing shit all over the place. Don't matter to me. I don't give a damn what it is. Bring it on. Go ahead and give me a call or find me on them internets at www.jonesbigasstruckrentalstorage.com. That's JONES bigasstruckrentalstorage.com. Rebound. Watch out. Low post. Not only is this a bus, but this is a bus that a friend of mine escaped from prison in.
Tommy Vercetti, that is a focused man right there, folks. That is a man who knows that his time is running out. He has got one more shot at the Burnout title. He has to win that match or his chances of ever getting that title again may be done. And that is the stipulation at Redemption. He wins, he's the Burnout champion. He loses, his title opportunities are done. But ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, we have a big time matchup here. Scott Sapp making his way down to the ring, one of the best pure athletes here in DCA. And that's why this match is happening. Because if you ask Jamal Bedlam, he'll tell you he's not the definition of a pure wrestler. However, that won't stop him from showing that he can do it if he has to, or face off against some of the best in there. Because if you remember, one of his first ever opportunities at a championship here in DCA was the Pure Championship. So, at Redemption, he will go one-on-one with Kiyoshi Saiba for the Pure Championship. And he's got a good shot at taking that title away from Kiyoshi. Let's not mistake it. But Kiyoshi has just as much of a chance of beating Jamal. So it's as even of a matchup as you can get. But tonight, Scott Sapp is going to test Jamal. No doubt about it. No question about it. He's going to test Jamal 100%. And I think that's exactly what Jamal wanted. He wants a test. He wants to be tested. And if there's anybody that's going to be able to do it, it's going to be Scott Sapp. And here he comes now. Former CCL World Champion. Former Heart Gold Champion. Any championship you can name, this man has probably held it by now. A man that held 8 belts at once at one point. The Savage, Jamal Bedlam. And Jamal wants that title. He wants that Pure Championship. And in his mind, he thinks he's the man to beat Kiyoshi Saiba for it. But can he do it? Can he beat someone who's been so dominant all seasons? Yes, Jamal, he can. But this is going to be an excellent match here between Jamal and Scott Sapp. I think this is the first time they have ever fought one-on-one. So we're going to see how this turns out. It's going to be very interesting to see how it plays out, how their styles mesh together. Because again, and Jamal said this before, he's not necessarily the definition of a pure wrestler. Not by any stretch of the imagination. However, you ask Scott Sapp, he's not a brawler either. As now Scott with the strikes, but Jamal, oh, look at this. Jamal's got him up. And now hangs him on the top rope. I thought he was going for the Savage Cyclone early. Scott, stop that. He's not going to have any disrespect laid upon him. And now, oh, here we go. This is what I'm talking about. Going after the legs, that technical ability of Scott Sapp on full display here. Then he gets it cut in half with a spear. Cut in half with a spear, but only a 1 count. Now look at this. In a powerbomb position. It's now Sapp in trouble. Nope. Shot to the gut. Look at this. Went for a chop. Faked them out. DDT. And Scott Sapp has been in and around the championship picture here on Takedown for a bit. Mostly around the Burnout Championships. Now look at this. Oh, look at that. Sapp again countering. I'm telling you, Scott Sapp, that technical wizardry that he is known for so many years. He's not a rookie, folks. This man is a veteran. He has been around the game a very long time. Crossbody. Scott Sapp knows the ins and outs of this business. And a little fun fact for you. He's also one of the trainers here in DCA. So, you know, anybody that needs any advice, any any of the newcomers or even any of the guys that have been here since the beginning that still need some seasoning here and there. Sapp's one of the guys they go to. That's just how good this man is. And I don't know if even Malik has said that before, but I'll say it for him. And you saw the warning there, paying a little, I guess, a little shade to Zaya Steele, the current VW World Champion, who beat him at Prestige in that last man in hell match to retain the VW World title. And from what I understand, Zaya Steele is going to be back in DCA very soon. So that's going to be very interesting when he returns. And from my understanding, that might even be at Takedown 200. Which also, if you did not hear, Takedown 200 coming up very soon. The only match that we know of right now is the match that James Needham put out for Vin Taylor. He wants Vin Taylor at Takedown 200. And I believe that match is official. So that's the only match so far that we know of for that big event, which is taking place a few weeks after Redemption. Will be in 2024. The first big live spectacular of 2024 is Takedown 200. Sapp, Irish whip, sending Jamal to the apron. And Jamal, right hand, drop kick, sends Jamal to the floor. As now, look at this. Big scoop slam on the apron. And Jamal's feeling it. But Sapp, again, this is what Jamal's going to have to deal with to some degree, obviously, at Redemption. Because Sapp and Saiba are two completely different types of wrestlers. But at the same time, just dealing with a pure athlete like Sapp and a technical wizard like Kiyoshi, those are two sides of the same coin, if you ask me. Sapp has that technical expertise, so does Saiba, but Saiba has more striking power than Sapp does. There's a clothesline in the corner, only a 1 count. So you got to think that, maybe Sapp here is just going to test him in the technical aspect department, not really the striking department. It's now a big spear again. It's the third one in this match, I believe. Just ripping through Sapp. And now, again, look at that. Sapp just able to cut him down. And there's the uppercut. I think he was going for another spear, and Sapp saw it coming. And now, here we go. He's got it locked in. He's got the crossface. Crossface locked in. And can he power out? Can Jamal power out of this crossface? Yes, he does. He rolls his way free. And oh my God! Savate kick right to the side of the head, and Jamal is busted open. And Sapp is going to take advantage like a shark smelling blood in the water. Big lariat. And Jamal, this is exactly what he asked for. He asked for competition. He asked for a member of the pure wrestling, roster. And he's getting it. He is getting everything he can handle and then some right now. Jamal bleeding now, and Sapp going right after that open wound on the forehead. He is taking it to Jamal Bedlam. And again, you have to think Kiyoshi Saiba, the pure champion, is watching this match very closely, because He's going to be taking on Jamal at Redemption, and he is taking note of every little mistake Jamal makes in this match. Every little thing that he can capitalize on, he's going to take note of. And any injuries here, he's going to take with him into Redemption, and he knows that. Especially if Scott Sapp keeps working on this cut on the forehead. And now Sapp just with the strikes, but now look at this, Jamal. Back elbows to the back of the head of Sapp. Trying to do anything he can here. Exploder, suplex, high angle version. But Sapp right back up. Jamal gonna keep the pressure on now. Another warning. And now Jamal finally in the driver's seat. It's easy on Brett's rope, the most dangerous rope, and gives him a splash. Maybe not the fanciest maneuver, but it got him a 2 count. He's got him up. Charm City bomb. Doesn't go for the pin though. I think he understands. Yeah, he's saying it's over. He knows he's got to put Sapp away with the exclamation point. And here we go. He's got him up. Savage Cyclone. And Jamal cover. 1, 2. No! Sapp kicks out of the Savage Cyclone. And I don't think Jamal even saw that coming. And Jamal is pissed. He thought that was it. It was obviously not. And now he is just going to go to the ground and pound. He's like, screw the pure shit. And Sapp's going to bring it to him anyway. You can see Jamal's face is a bloody mess right now, but I don't think he gives a damn about that, obviously. Sapp now off the ropes. No. 2 men bump heads, and now strikes by Jamal, trying to keep his distance. Look at this. Shoulder power bomb. And now it's Jamal in control once again. Irish whip into the corner. Strikes. And now here we go. Here we go. This is what Jamal's known for right here. That ground and pound. Just take it right to you. As now, face wash in the corner. And I think Scott Sapp is getting blitzed right now. And I ain't talking about Ray. I'm talking about Jamal Bedlam. I'm talking about the Savage. Look at this slingshot power bomb. The cover. 2, and Sapp kicks out again. I think Scott Sapp is showing a lot right now, if you haven't already known. And the crowd showing their appreciation for both Sapp and Bedlam right now. Oh, what is this? Uh-oh. Oh, look at this. He's got him up. Vertical suplex, delayed vertical suplex. All the way down. And the blood rushed to the head. I think Sapp's got a bleeding from the nose or the mouth, one of the two. And just 2 shots. Just 2 shots take Sapp down. And ever since, it's been a good 5 minutes straight of Jamal being in firm control of this matchup. Oh, look at this. Now taking some pages out of Kiyoshi's book. And this is what Jamal said. He said he's not a pure wrestler, but that doesn't mean he can't beat you in a match regardless of that. And he is showing exactly what he's talking about right now against Scott Sapp. And let's be honest, Sapp has taken Jamal to the absolute limit. He kicked out of the Savage Cyclone, and not a lot of people in VW or anywhere have ever kicked out of the Savage Cyclone. And now Jamal just stalking Sapp. Sapp trying to get to his feet, doesn't know where he is. And now again, just continuing to pour it on here on Sapp. And again, Sapp has not really had much offense in the last couple of minutes. And that is by design, I'm pretty sure. As now, look at this. Irish whip off the ropes. Jamal. Pop-up right hand. And Jamal realizes he's got to keep the pressure on Sapp or he's going to get caught in another submission. And I think that's exactly what he's been targeting this entire time. As now Sapp now with some strikes. Sapp trying to come back. He finally does. There's an uppercut sending Jamal down. The cover. The leg is hooked and only a 2 count. Scott Sapp finally back in the game here. But for how long? Not long enough, because let's get some back elbows now. And more strikes by Jamal. Laying him out. As now, what the hell is Jamal doing? Jamal is going to the top rope. You don't see this very much. Big frog splash. You do not see that very often from Jamal, but it only gets a 2 count. And Jamal, I think he's done playing around. There's the Charm City Bomb again. And he is saying, yeah, that's it. I'm done. I'm done playing around. I'm done messing around. Jamal wants to put Sapp away here. There's the Obey Lariat. And Sapp got turned inside out with that. These fans want it one more time, but I think Jamal is done. Oh, wait, no, Sapp is not done. Sapp DDT. Big knee lift. Scott Sapp. I told you, if you don't know who Scott Sapp is before, you're going to know tonight. Scott Sapp. Like I said, he's been around the game a very long time. He understands exactly what this opportunity means. Sapp does not want to take this lightly, and he is definitely not. He is taking it to the Savage right now. And Sapp counts up to 5 now. They got to get back in the ring before 10. And Sapp sends him back inside. And now Scott Sapp, he's feeling it. He's looking to finish off Jamal right now. Irish whip into the corner. And now here we go. Uppercuts now. Irish whip into the corner. Another uppercut. Gonna go for another one. Off the ropes. Big drop kick. And now Sapp looking to finish off Jamal right here. Look at this. Teardrop suplex. Nicely done by Sapp. And now Sapp, he's got the crossface locked in. This could be it. Jamal Bedlam could tap out here to Scott Sapp right now. But no, Jamal gets out of it. Jamal, right hand. Another, oh no, Sapp blocked it. And now Sapp again doing anything and everything he can here. Chop block, no. Jamal from behind, no. Punch, another one. Sends him down, and now what's this? Oh, look at this. A camel clutch by Jamal. I think Jamal's saying I can go into that submission game too, but Sapp gets his way out of it. And now Sapp again. Oh, missed that strike. Jamal off the ropes. Irish whip. Oh my God! He did not see that coming. And I don't think he's going to see this coming either. Savage Cyclone. 1, 2, 3. Oh, man. You think Jamal ain't ready for Kiyoshi? Come on now. You don't know who this man is. You don't know who you're talking about. But give it up for Scott Sapp here, folks. I talked about it with Aris earlier, but Scott Sapp, he also showed something tonight. That was a beating at the end of that. Old Bay Lariat into the Savage Cyclone, and this man Jamal is focused on one thing and one thing only, and that is walking out of Redemption with the pure championship.
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a. We're gonna do it. Give us any chance, we'll take it. Resist any rule, we'll break it. We're gonna make our dreams come true. Do it our way. What would we do, baby, without us? What would we do, baby, without us?
And there ain't no nothing we can't love each other through. There's more to life than what you're living. So take a chance and face the wind. An open road and a road that's hit. A brand new life around the bend. There were times. As long as we got each other, we got the world spinning right in our hands, baby, you and me.
We gotta be.
It's everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away?
Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days. Thursday, Friday, happy days. Saturday, what a day. Grooving all week with you. These days are ours. Share them with me. These days are ours. Happy and free. These happy days are yours and mine. These happy days are yours and mine. Happy days.
If that doesn't make it very loud and clear, then I don't know what is. Saichi wants Michael Connolly. And that issue is far from over. If you saw what happened at Freefall, where Michael literally slammed Saichi's head with a car door repeatedly, that was something I never thought I'd see from Michael, but nonetheless, like I said, that is far, far from over. But ladies and gentlemen, we are getting set for our main event. And you talk about beef. You talk about two men who want to be the alpha male here on Takedown. You got it with Claudio Dragonheart and Varl Greythorn. This whole issue started at Freefall when Varl decided to pick a fight with the Dragonborn for no other reason than just to show he's the baddest man on the roster. And Claudio, who's been the baddest man on the roster for a while now, former DCA World Champion, by the way, is not going to sit idly by and let somebody do that to him and let somebody just push him around, or try to anyway. So that has led us to tonight. That has led us to this match right here. Claudio wants to show he's the man. But this man wants to prove he's the man. Varl Greythorn, when he made his debut, when he arrived, he said he was not the last of a dying breed. He's the beginning of a new one. And he said he's going to take his anger out. He's going to show that every time he steps in the ring. And he stepped up to the biggest dog in the yard. And now, the biggest dog in the yard, Claudio, and the man who wants to be the biggest dog in the yard, Varl, one-on-one right now. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event for DCA Takedown episode 195. It is Claudio Dragonheart one-on-one with Varl Greythorn. And you can see these two big guys are already slugging it out. And again, Monahan, you might as well just stay out of the way. And Varl using his power, just sending Claudio to the outside of the ring. It's very rare that Claudio is facing somebody who's just as powerful as he is. And yet, he's got that here tonight with Varl. And honestly, I couldn't think of a better matchup for Claudio. And I think it's something Claudio's needed for a while. He's needed somebody to test him. And look at Varl laughing at Claudio. And Jesus, what a headbutt. And Varl with a lariat. Again, this is something that Claudio is not used to. He's not used to people. No. He's not used to somebody, maybe not as tall as he is, but somebody just as strong as he is. Look at that. And now, look at this. Again into the turnbuckle. Just with you can tell how much power Claudio has, because with that short of a distance. Oh, and see Monahan, get the hell out of the way. These two men are going to kill you if they get the opportunity. And I'm talking about inadvertently. Because you get in the middle of these two big beefy men, you're going to get squashed, bud. And I'm not talking about your wife either. Varl off the ropes. Oh my God. It's a backdrop. And now Varl in control. And again, these two men want to be the alpha male on Takedown. In a land full of alpha males, do I need to remind everybody of how much beef is on this roster? Because we got a lot of it. It's not just Claudio and Varl. They're just the two. Oh my goodness! They're just the two guys that happen to be in the ring, or now out of the ring. And again, ladies and gentlemen, coming up after this match, we will hear from the DCA World Heavyweight Champion Zach Stone about his match with Tyler Parks at Redemption, as now Varl back in the driver's seat. Oh, look at the strength! Again, you talk about strength and power. You're getting it with these two men. Oh, striking combination didn't even send Varl down. And Varl caught him with a DDT. I think he was going for a spear and got caught. Right, a big boot didn't connect. Right hand didn't connect. Kick to the midsection by Claudio. Claudio now flatliner. And that busted Varl open. I'm surprised it took this long for somebody to start bleeding in a match like this, to be honest with you. Varl now, look at this. Jesus! I don't think Varl has that much athletic ability, though, to do a Spanish fly like that. Varl just ground and pounded, to be honest. He's not gonna fly around like Claudio would. Went for a boot again. Claudio rolled away. Claudio against Gary. And that old adage, you come at the king, you best not miss. And Varl is making sure he's not missing here tonight. He does not want to miss the biggest match. Let's be honest here, folks. This is the biggest match of Varl Greythorn's life, and it's only his second here in DCA. And maybe this is at the direction of Mr. Yukimura. We saw him talking to Varl at Freefall, or at Proving Ground, excuse me, I believe it was. And it's not lost on me that right after that talk, Varl decided to go after the biggest dog in the yard. There may be a connection there. Oh, and look at this, Claudio taking over. There might be a connection between that conversation that Mr. Yukimura had with Varl Greythorn and why he went after Claudio. Maybe trying to prove himself to Mr. Yukimura. Mr. Yukimura obviously may have some pull that we don't know about. And Varl wants to get in on that action. He wants to show that he's worthy of, potentially being in his good graces. Because as far as we know so far, he's only targeted Wildcats for obvious reasons. But if he's deciding to take on takedown talent as well, then that could be a problem for anybody on this roster. He may not, and Mr. Yukimura may not want control of DCA or anything like that, but he does obviously hold a lot of influence with that last name. And I guess Varl Greythorn wants to be represented by him, kind of like the Bobby Heenans and the Paul Heymans of the world. You get managed or even represented by a man like Mr. Yukimura. Just that last name alone gets you notoriety, gets you status. And I guess that's what Varl's trying to do, and not just about taking down Claudio and showing he's the baddest man on Takedown. Crossbody, and Varl able to get out of the way. Went for a shoulder block. Claudio ducked it away from it. And now just gets taken down by Varl. Varl now off the ropes looking for something. Varl, leg drop to the back of the head. And big overhand chop. And I think I don't think there's been one pinfall this whole match. And again, that doesn't really shock me considering these two men. This may last all night. I'm serious. This may last all night. Big bicycle knee. And Varl rolling out to the floor. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Claudio's got a fly barrel roll. What a match we are seeing between these two. And now Claudio sends him into the barricade. Counts up to 3. Oh, look at this. Claudio now. Gonna sling him. Gonna sling him into the steel. And now sends him back inside the ring. And Varl now is finally fully realizing the power of the Dragonborn that so many have feared for all these years. But Varl's not intimidated. I'll give him that. He is not intimidated by Claudio in the least. And if you want to be the baddest man on Takedown, you can't be intimidated. Uh-oh. Oh, here we go. Claudio is going to use that freakish strength to power Varl back in the ring. And these fans are loving every second of it. Uh-oh. You may be looking for the spear. And if he hits it... No, Varl! I said he didn't have that much athleticism. Maybe I was wrong. Varl Greythorn. Oh, never mind. And now Varl's struggling to stand. Claudio. Moonsault, no. Oh. Look at this. I went for the spear. Varl stopped short. That was smart on his part. And then a running axe handle to the back of the head. And now another choke bomb. This Varl Greythorn is showing me something tonight. And now look at this. Claudio waiting for Varl to get to his feet. Went for the boot. Varl got out of the way. Slowly, but he got out of the way. Kicked in the midsection. Strikes by Claudio. No, Varl with a knee. And now Varl with some strikes. Heavy strikes. Jesus. Varl has got Claudio on the ropes right now. Literally. And I think both men really have had each other on the ropes off and on through this entire matchup. And again, when you got two big men like this going at it, obviously you're going to have that happen. Varl in control, but for how long? Claudio, we've seen before where you think you have him on the ropes, like right here. You think you have him on the ropes, and then he just comes right back harder, stronger. Then again, his wives know a lot about that part of it. Oh, kick to the midsection. And drop kick, no. Claudio took a few steps back, rolls through. Big boot. And Varl has no idea where he is. Went for the clothesline. And Varl, again, showing his athleticism and his speed for a big man. 385 pounds is Varl Greythorn, and Greythorn laughing again. Claudio, these two men, I think Claudio's enjoying this. Honestly, I think Claudio's enjoying the fact that he's finally got himself on Takedown, a worthy challenge. Ever since taking out Yujiro Hanma, Claudio's not really had much challenge here on Takedown, but now he's finally found somebody that can give him that challenge. There's a moonsault. And now, oh, is he going for another one? He hits another one. And Varl rolling out to the floor. And now, oh my goodness. And Claudio going back up to the top rope now. Varl is down, but he's starting to stir. What's this? Claudio. Oh! That might have been a mistake. And Varl's going to take advantage of that mistake. Clubbing blow to the back of the head. And then sends him down by the hair. Off the ropes. Leg drop. As now Varl rearing himself up. Now scoop slam, no. Claudio gets out of it. Claudio went for the spear. Again, Varl avoids it. And an STO. Again, you want to talk about the athleticism of Claudio, but Varl Greythorn is showing something here tonight. And crowns him. And then another leg drop. I don't think anybody expected this kind of fight from Varl in the athleticism department, but he is showing something right now. And Claudio again struggling to stand. Irish whip. Up. Bump into each other. And a boot again. Uh-oh. Claudio. He's got Varl down. Big elbow. And Varl tried to roll away. That might have been a ploy. Oh, he got caught. Went for that crossbody. Got caught into a backbreaker. Varl's in trouble. Dragon shot. No! Varl caught the dragon shot into that power bomb. Into that choke slam, excuse me. Holy power bomb! He got the power bomb! Finally into a pin, but Claudio had his hand underneath the bottom rope. And that was probably the only thing that saved him right there. I am... If you don't... I think... I can see why Mr. Yukimura has tried to recruit Varl, because good Lord, man. Claudio now. Big boot sends Varl all the way out. And now Varl on the ropes. Claudio, no. This has been as even of a matchup as I can remember. And these two big, beefy behemoths are still going at it. But I got to give the edge a little bit to Varl. And I'm not slighting Claudio. I think that's only because of the fact that he caught him with something he didn't expect. I don't think Claudio expected that dragon shot to get countered like that. And now, oh my God! Greetings from Sovngarde. And the count's up to 8, but I don't think Claudio gives a damn anymore. Uh-oh, oh my God. Oh my God. Way of the voice on that pile of chairs. The referees count to 10. This match is going to be a double count out, but I don't think Claudio gives a damn. I don't think either of these men give a damn. They are still fighting on the outside. Monahan is trying to get control. That's not going to work, obviously. I don't know why the hell Monahan's even trying to do it. But these two dudes, look at this. Claudio finally hit the way of the voice on Varl, and Varl finally is on the ropes, but Varl is still fighting here. And I think Claudio may have met a match here, his first match in a way, in a sense, since Yujiro. He's found a challenger that can stand up to him. Uh-oh, and Varl, wait, well, the match is over. And I guess Varl figures since the match is over, he can take it to Claudio in more than one way, slamming those steps on the back of his head. Oh, and look at the power of Varl into the stairs. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Claudio now. Claudio coming back. We gotta do something with these two dudes, man. I gotta talk to Space Ghost and see what we can do to figure out how to settle this between these two men. Jesus! Steel steps off, bouncing off of Greythorn, and then a knee. Space Ghost, if you're back there, I hope you're watching this, because these two, we got to do something with these two men. Obviously, the Redemption card is pretty much full, but we got to figure out how to settle this between these two men in a match where obviously there's going to have to be no DQs and no countouts to really prove who the better man is here. Oh my goodness. And Varl just throwing Claudio around. And now, oh, what is this? What is he thinking here? Oh my God! On the back of those steps. And Claudio's still fighting. I don't know how. I mean, well, I do know how, but oh, see, his back might be stiffing up on him though. After getting into those steps, his back might be cramping up. And you know, Claudio, the wars he's been through, the fights he's been through, his body is really never at 100%. Varl, however, is younger. He's younger. He's got less wear and tear on his body. And I think Varl understands that. He knows that. As now Claudio eyeing up Varl, went for a boot right to the knee, and now more strikes by Greythorn, but Claudio's not going to back down. Greens from Sovngarde, no, he got countered again. Varl Greythorn has seemingly had an answer for everything that he's. Jesus! Varl has had an answer. Oh, wait. Oh, my God. Tombstone! On the stage! Oh, my God. And Varl has laid Claudio out.
We cannot change the past, but we can start today to make a better tomorrow.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got during the break, we got medical attention for Claudio. He's being evaluated backstage as we speak, and I said it. I think Claudio's met someone who can match him in the power department. You know, Yujiro was a challenge. Mero, obviously, that's unsettled business that we're still working through the red tape to get done. But I think he's also now met a match in Varl Greythorn. And I think if you didn't think Varl Greythorn was going to be a threat on the Takedown roster, I think tonight just showed that he can very much be a threat on the Takedown roster. And Claudio, let's not disrespect Claudio, though, because he took it to Varl too, and Varl knows that. Varl knows he had a fight given to him, and that's exactly why he felt like he had to do what he did to Claudio, tombstoning him on the stage to keep him down. That was the only thing that kept that man down. But ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get, if we can follow that up with social media, we will, or on the next takedown. We definitely will give you an update on Claudio if he doesn't do it first. But right now, as you can see, there's Roulette leading out the DCA World Heavyweight Champion himself, Zach Stone. And at Redemption, he will face a man he has known longer than DCA's existed in Tyler Parks. Zach Stone has been the DCA World Heavyweight Champion now. I mean, this has been an historic reign for Zach Stone. He has been world champion for over 930 days now. And no one will ever come close to beating that record. And Zach, I'm sure, is proud of that. I'm sure Zach is over the moon about the fact that he has represented this company for this long as its world champion, no matter how people feel about his attitude, the way he goes about his business, the way he won that belt in the first place. But nonetheless, Zach Stone at Redemption is going to face a man who he has known for a very long time, and I've known both of them a very long time. They're both personal friends of mine. Outside, no matter what you think about them as people, I know these men, both of them. And whether you believe, I mean, I could tell you a lot of things about both of these men, and half of them you probably would think is a lie, especially about Zach, and especially one person in particular who would think that everything I would say nice about Zach is a lie. But you can't deny that this man has represented DCA as the world champion more than anybody else on this roster. For better or worse, hate him or love him, he is the franchise of this company, and that is on the line at Redemption. And right now we are about to hear from the DCA World Champion. We are about to hear from Zach Stone about his match against Tyler Parks at Redemption.
Tyler Parks. I knew you could do it, buddy. I knew you could do it. I really, really do. You know, while I was sitting at home and I was watching the tournament and I was trying to figure out who was going to step up and face me at Redemption, I knew in my heart, I had a feeling that it would have been you. Now, let's be honest, it could have been Sly as well, and I would have had no problem with that. I would have had no problem beating Sly again. But now I know that there's a few people out there that will be like, well, Zach, if you're so confident about beating Sly, why didn't you answer your challenge for so long? I'll get to that in due time. But it's not about Sly. It's about you, Tyler. See, we've known each other for a very, very long time. Even before DCA even existed, you were my childhood friend, Tyler. That's a lot of people that don't know that about us. They don't know that we've been through it all together. And we started in this company since the very beginning, and everybody always said that you had it. You had just a little bit of something that could propel you to that next level, but you never quite got there. And yes, you were Celestial Champion. Twice, in fact. And you did everything you could to try and elevate that championship. You did everything you could to try and elevate yourself. And for some reason, it just never panned out until this year. gateway to heaven this year, people finally saw what I always saw in you. They saw that drive, they saw that passion, they saw that heart, they saw that determination, they saw everything that I have seen from you for so long. But you still couldn't get the job done. And now, you finally get a one-on-one match for the DCA World Championship, a match that you've been wanting for so long now, a match you've wanted for almost a decade. The last time I remember you having a world title match one-on-one was against Malik. And that was at the 2-year anniversary show. Fast forward 8 years later, and now you have another opportunity. But it's against me. It's against a better Zach Stone than you knew all the way back in your childhood. It's a better Zach Stone than you've known all the way back in the very first episode of Takedown. It is a better Zach Stone than I have ever been before. And if you're wanting to beat me, you have to be the very best Tyler Parks that you can ever be. But I guarantee you, your best just won't be good enough, Tyler. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I'm going to have to beat you again at Redemption. I'm sorry that I'm going to have to beat you one more time. I'm sorry that I'm going to have to do what I must do to keep what is mine. Because contrary to popular belief, and I've said it before and I'll say it again, anyone in my position would do anything it takes to stay at the top of the mountain, because you never know when you get off that mountain, when you fall off that mountain, when somebody knocks you off that mountain, you never know when you're going to come back. And I don't know if I will ever come back after this. If I lose at Redemption, Tyler, I lost to the better man. I will shake your hand like a man, and I will accept defeat. I will walk off into the sunset with my head held high, knowing that I put in the best fight of my life against a man who I almost respect, who I have the utmost respect for. But if I win, Tyler, I guarantee you I will do anything it takes to win. Tyler, I hope that you don't walk off into the sunset. I hope you get back up, dust yourself off, and come back after me. Because I would expect nothing less from my friend. But Tyler, I'm just going to be honest. I'm not coming into Redemption to lose. I'm coming into Redemption to win. I'm coming into Redemption to retain. I'm coming into Redemption so that everybody hears the same thing they've always heard. And still. Because Tyler Parks, you are going into the ring with the absolute best that this company has to offer. The flag bearer of this company. Everywhere I go, I represent this company. Everywhere I compete, I wrestle for DCA. I don't go to other places because those other places aren't here. I don't go to those other places not because I'm afraid of losing my spot. I'm not going to these other companies because I'm afraid that I'm just going to be just another guy. I'm not going into those companies because it's not this company. Because this company is my life. This company gave me my life, and this company is mine. I represent every girl and boy in that back, every man and woman in that back, in the locker room that fights like hell to come here and make a living, to come here and prove that we are one of the absolute best companies in BWU today. Tyler Parks, one day I want you to take that mantle from me. One day I want you to be that flag bearer. One day I want you to hold your head up high and hold that title above your head and say, I am the man. But Redemption will not be that day. Tyler Parks, be ready for the fight of your life. because I'm damn sure going to give you one. And if you're not careful, and if you're not ready, I will beat you again.
Zach Stone with some strong words for Tyler Parks. Those two men tore the house down at Gateway to Heaven. And that was a triple threat match. That was what Jeremy Paisley involved in. He's the Celestial Champion right now. But now it's one-on-one. No middleman. Not saying Jeremy is a middleman. He's way better than that. But I'm saying in the terms of it's not a triple threat. It's one-on-one. Someone's walking out as the real world champion. We're finding out at Redemption.